Can you hear all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good? Okay. All right. Okay. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another season of the Cardi Furniture and Mattresses Extra Point Show. I'm your host, Scott Cordishi. Glad you could be with us for another year of the program. We are going to be here at Cardi's in South Attleboro for the months of September, October, and into November on various Monday nights, and we'll be joined by various members of the New England Patriots. A little bit later on this evening, we will be joined by offensive lineman Caedan Wallace. But before we do that, we've got a new twist to the show this year. We are incorporating some of our local high school football programs here in the state of Rhode Island. And joining us tonight to kind of kick things off from the Bishop Hendricken Hawks, we have their head coach, Keith Croft. Keith, how are you?
Very good. Thank you for having us.
And you have sitting to your right one of your captains, a wide receiver and defensive back, Rollins Sampon. Rollins, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, thank you both for joining us. And, Coach, congratulations. You guys beat Cumberland in a rematch of the D1 semifinal last year, 34-0 on Friday.
Yeah, great game. Guys played hard. This guy right here had a great game, so really proud of the start we have.
All right, talk to us about the win. I mean, like I said, rematch of the semifinal from a year ago, and you guys took care of business Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, coming into the game, like, we didn't try to doubt them at all. Like, they obviously made it to the playoffs for a reason, so we didn't take it light at practice. We didn't half-ass, anything like that. So, we just kept it 100, kept it pushing, kept it going throughout the game. Like, we was just thinking, these guys are going to come, they're going to play hard. So we just try to stay on our edge, make sure we're calling the right plays, calling the right defense, make sure we're sharp. So we didn't lay off not one bit. So that's how the game ended. We went on with the dub.
Coach, 2-1 on the season, correct?
Yes.
How has the team played overall in your eyes?
They've been great. I mean, we've had a tough schedule to start. Big win to open up against North Kingston. A great game against Killenly, Connecticut, last week. And Cumberland, obviously a perennial playoff team. And we're going up to Central Catholic, one of the top programs in Mass next week.
Now, I was just going to say, you like to schedule tough, and I understand why, right? When you're at your program's at the level that it's at, you want to schedule those tougher non-conference games.
Yeah, it's like we tell our student athletes all the time, we believe in them. So we're going to play the most competitive schedule we can and challenge them and push them because we know it makes them better players.
Talk to us a little bit about, I know you got Central Catholic this week. That's my neck of the woods. I grew up in the Merrimack Valley of Massachusetts, so I'm very familiar with Lawrence Central Catholic. I went to Pentucket High School not too far from there, and like you, I played football both ways. I was a wide receiver on offense, a defensive back on defense, but I haven't put the pads on since Moby Dick was a minnow. That was a long time ago, I'll tell you that. But I guess just talk to us about playing that type of competition. It's a good test for you guys, isn't it, to kind of measure where you're at?
Yeah, so since sophomore year, I've been playing varsity. We've been playing out-of-state games. So, like, to me, it's just like another game to me. So, I don't take it light at practice or anything like that. So playing them, like, I already been started to watch film. They're a good team. We're not going to take them lightly, like, as we do. Like, we don't take any team lightly, matter of fact. So even coming into this game, it's like, this is just another out-of-state team. They bleed just like how we bleed. So we're not taking it, like, as if they're superior to us or anything like that. So.
And Rollins, how do you guard against looking ahead? Because we know what the next game is on the schedule after that. It's a Friday night at LaSalle, October 3rd. How do you keep your focus on Lawrence Central Catholic and say, we'll worry about LaSalle when LaSalle week gets here?
I mean, one thing that we played in the locker room is one game at a time, Like 2 weeks ago, I don't think we played our best game against Killenly back in Connecticut. Obviously, I know you heard about that game. So we just try to take everything slow and practice, just focus on what we got going on right now and not try to move on ahead or try to focus on anything that's just worry about what's in front of us right now, because that's the only way we can go back to get our third chase championship.
Coach, 2 straight D1 titles, 6 of the last 7. Kind of give us the secret to your success. What's the magic formula for the type of sustained success you've been able to have with this program.
I mean, there's no easy formula. It's these guys out here, these coaches. It's a lot of hard work. These kids work hard from January through pretty much the end of the season, which hopefully ends the end of November. A lot of weightlifting, a lot of conditioning. We practice hard. Our coaches do a great job preparing them and coaching them hard. It's a full combination. It's not one thing.
And you've had a lot of guys go on to great success from this program as well, right? A couple of the guys in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Truss and Pay right now in the NFL.
Pretty and Truss in the NFL. We got Jason playing right now at Notre Dame, and we have a quarterback, Lynch, at Pittsburgh. So we got a lot of guys right now playing in the NFL and college level. But, it's like we tell these guys all the time, we hope they all become positive and productive members of the community. We hope they become leaders, and they're a great group to coach.
And am I correct in saying Xavier Truss was the first Rhode Islander to ever win a national championship?
I believe that's true. They may have been one in the early 1900s, but from what I understand, yeah.
That's really cool. And the Bishop Hendricken, I guess, lineage isn't limited to football, too, when you look at Joe Mazzulla, coach of the Boston Celtics. You got Rocco Baldelli, manager of the Minnesota Twins. Michael King. I mean, there's a lot of great athletes.
It's a very competitive school, and we tell our guys this all the time when they come in as freshmen. You're going to come here, you're going to compete against some of the best around, and competition makes you stronger. That's what we believe.
Rollins, I was talking to you before the broadcast. You're from Pawtucket, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
What made you want to go to Bishop Hendricken?
As you know, like probably my brother Lee Moses went there, so growing up, like I didn't really know too much about other high schools. It was just more so Hendricken. So like it was just in my blood to go there. And like when I first got there, it was a great experience. Like I loved the school. I love the brotherhood, especially meeting all these guys, even the captains that we have now. Like I built a great relationships going there. So like as I went there, they just welcomed me in. So I've loved it ever since. When winning state championships, mostly went there for the football, but even surpassed the football. It's just been a great experience overall.
Keith, in addition to excelling on the field and in the classroom, these young men also do a lot in the community. Can you talk to some of the community stuff that you guys do as a program?
They do, and that's an area that we've tried to increase over the years because we know that's part of building leadership qualities, and we really have talked about giving back. So we're going to be participating as a team in the Gemma Walk in another week or so. We had a free youth football camp this summer, which our program participated in. We invited area youth out, and it was great seeing guys like him getting out and coaching the youngsters, and those are all kinds of things that we try to do to give back.
Rollins, how important is that to somebody like you? Like, what does that mean to you when you guys get involved and give back to the community in the way that you do?
It means a lot because growing up, like I didn't have that, like playing for like a team in Pawtucket. Like I went and signed myself up for football. Like my mom didn't do it, my dad didn't do it. It was just on me. So trying to give that back to like a little kid and trying to get him to understand like there's someone that's superior to you and where you want to be that can show you how to get there. It means a lot, like showing how these kids how to really do and things like that. So
talk to me about like how important football is and what role it plays in your life. And like when you're not playing football, like for instance, if you play Friday night, on a Saturday, are you watching college football? On a Sunday, you sitting down watching the NFL?
Yeah, more so resting. Chilling, playing the video game. But it means a lot to me because, like my brother grew up playing football, like, but
did he go to UMass?
Yeah, he went to UMass Amherst, but like I also fell in love with the game and like not more so like what the game can give me, more so what I love and like how much joy I enjoy playing the game. Like missing a game, missing a practice, like missing a practice make me sick because I know coming back into practice, like I feel left out, you know? So like I try to take the game, all aspects of the game to a different level. So
I know you'd probably trade this for a victory, but you had a nice 64-yard touchdown catch offensively in the loss to Killingly, correct?
Yeah.
And you play on the defensive side as DB. Do you have a preference, offense, defense? Which do you like better?
I mean, I've been playing defense this sophomore year, so it's just like that's where I felt most comfortable in. So I probably favor the defense a little bit, but the offense is great. Like, especially this is my first year playing offense my senior year. So learning the playbook was a little hard. It was a little difficult, but once I got into the groove of it, obviously you see getting the ball in my hands, I'll score. So.
Does it help you that you played defense and that you do play defense? So now that you're on the other side of the football, sometimes you kind of know what a DB is thinking?
Yeah. So, I feel like that's one thing that separates me from a lot of these other players. I can recognize, like, how a defense is set up and whether they're in a cover 3 or a cover 2 or they're man or they just want to show man and go zone. And I can, try to, because at Bishop Hendricken, we don't want to roll about routes. Like, so if a guy's in front of me and my routes, I can extend my route, make it a little longer, make sure the quarterback has time to get me open. So, playing offense gave me a defense gave me a little edge to it, but Nothing simple.
Coach,
Too hard.
does, like, for instance, do your receivers have options on routes in terms of, depending upon the coverage, whether it's inside leverage, outside leverage, whether it's man, whether it's zone, do they have options on what to do and where to go?
Yeah, they can make some adjustments, but I think one of the things that our coaches prepare well is, like most coaches do in high school and college, you study what routes teams, what coverages teams are going to run, and you have certain passes that beat, whether it's a cover 2 or a cover 3 or man, and that's something that we rep a lot in practice. So it's a lot of teaching and a lot of learning, and guys like him, they work hard and they pick it up, and that's what makes us prepared.
How many guys do you have like Rollins that play both ways?
Probably have, what do you think, Rollins? Maybe 10?
Yeah, probably like
10.
A lot of majority of the team.
Yeah, I would say maybe a little less than some teams in Rhode Island, but we let our guys go both ways if they can, and obviously you try to reduce it a little bit on the line because that's a big area where it's a lot of work and a lot of effort. But he's one of those guys. He's worked really hard to keep him in shape so he can go both ways.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Rollins. We're going to keep you here, Coach. Good luck against Central Catholic, and then next week against LaSalle. And thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
All right, that's Keith Croft, Bishop Hendricken head coach, and joining us right now on the Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses Extra Point Football Show. Let's bring in Caedan Wallace. Patriots offensive lineman out of Penn State. He has been a guest of ours in the past on the program. He's putting on the headsets. Caedan, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to see you once again. Thanks for joining us again here at Cardi's.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
And, 1 and 2, I know. There you go. Let's hear it for Caedan. I know, unfortunately, it wasn't the desired result for you guys yesterday. I'll be honest with you. I thought you guys really outplayed Pittsburgh, but as you probably know, you've played football for a long time. 5 turnovers, it's tough to win a football game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, easy to see on tape that we fought our asses off, but didn't come away with the win yesterday. So just getting back to the drawing board this week, getting after it with the Panthers, ready to get out.
So this is your second year now in the NFL, and your second year with the Patriots, and new coaches, new system, and I'm curious what that's been like for you. Is it almost like being a rookie all over again?
Yeah, definitely. Brand new coaching staff, like you said, whole new playbook. So we're really just getting to know each other. I mean, that was our early stages, getting to know each other, getting to know the new culture that we have. And now it's just kind of putting it together on the field and getting our program right.
I look at the play of your offensive line, and I know there were some questions coming into the season, who's going to play where in the offensive line. And you bring up coaches. Doug Marrone, who's a guy that has a lot of coaching experience as a head coach in the National Football League, as a head coach at the collegiate level. I feel like he's done a nice job with your group. Can you talk to us a little bit about Coach Marrone and what it's like working with him?
Coach Marrone's an amazing coach. Love working under him. He's super hands-on, and he's a super technical guy, and that's super important when you play offensive line. And so having that on the field, we have great assistant coaches as well. And the culture that we bring to the O-line room is just different.
Yeah. You remember what it was like sitting in this guy's shoes? He's a senior in high school.
I do.
Yeah.
I do remember.
Yeah. What was that like for him? I mean, you were probably going through the recruiting process, and
yeah, I mean, around this time, definitely in the recruiting process. I was committed to Penn State, but still kind of listening to other places before signing day, going through my senior year. So it was a good time, but it was hectic.
When did you commit to Penn State?
I committed to Penn State in April of my junior year
of
high school. Yeah.
Okay. It's an even different world today than it was when you played, right? With NIL and unlimited transfer and stuff. Like it's different.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that when I was getting recruited. We didn't have NIL.
Yeah.
The transfer portal was there, but it wasn't open and all that, stuff you could transfer in the spring and all that. We didn't have that.
Rollins, would you like to play college football?
I mean, yeah, I was just whoever. If you like me, I love them. So it's whoever I can play with, wherever I can play, wherever I can start, like fastest way to get on the field. So, because I don't have any looks right now, but I'm open to anything.
Do you have any questions for Caedan?
What's this like? What is it like being in the locker room? Because I feel like coming to a team, new team getting drafted or being traded is it's all cool and all, but I feel like the way onto the field is through the players, through the vets, and all that.
Yeah, 100%. You have to build trust in the locker room, and so, like you said, when guys get traded or guys get drafted to a program, it's just a bunch of random guys. So you have to build a culture and really get to know the guys you're playing next to and playing for.
So that's a great question. And when you bring up veterans too, what's a guy like Morgan Moses meant to your room, right? I mean, a veteran guy that's been in the league playing tackle for a long time. What type of leadership and what type of mentorship does he provide?
Morgan's amazing. We spend almost probably an equal amount of time like doing on the field stuff as we do off the field stuff. Like the fellowship that we have with the O-line now is insane. We go out every Thursday. We go to each other's houses and hang out. Like we build that bond. And so when we play together, we're so much stronger. And it's amazing. Morgan's a great vet. Like we've implemented new systems that we didn't have in the past, things that I didn't know when I was a rookie. And so having that and having Morgan is just amazing. Same with Garrett, Big Mike, Vidarian, like all the other vets we have, like amazing guys.
You know, I spent 7 years as director of football operations at Brown University, where I still work, and I've broadcast their games for 30 years now. But my observation was, and I know all positions are tight, I felt like O-linemen were probably the tightest knit group we had on the Brown football team.
You kind of have to be. We're all playing the same position as individuals, but we have to play as a unit. And so you have to be connected with your guys. We have to communicate out loud. We also have to communicate not speaking. Like we have so many different things we have to do. So being able to know the guys that play next to you on a deeper level is super important.
And for you also need to know multiple positions, right?
Yeah.
Tackle and guard, right?
Yeah. Learning tackle, guard. It's a challenge, but having guys like Morgan, having guys like Garrett makes it so much easier.
Talk to us about the newest member of your group, and that's Will Campbell, right? First round pick, high pick, 4th pick overall. I mean, it seemed like he's playing pretty well through his first 3 games.
Yeah, Will's a baller. Love having him in the room. Funny guy, great guy, and he's a competitor. He makes us better, all of us.
Yeah, he seems like a tough son of a gun.
Definitely.
And a guy that's not going to back down from any fight or challenge.
Definitely. It's the Louisiana in him.
Yeah. So, you know, we are here with the Bishop Hendricken football team. Armand, can you turn that camera around for a second? Let's take a look at the Hawks. Stand up, guys. Let's go. So this is so you know, probably the preeminent Division I football program in the state of Rhode Island. They've won back-to-back Division I state titles, 6 of the last 7 Division I championships in Rhode Island. They have a rich tradition of winning just about in every sport. Bishop Hendricken has been known as probably the premier school if you're going to be an athlete at a top level in the state of Rhode Island.
That's awesome. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah. So getting back to, you know, you guys 1 and 2, and I know nobody's happy with that, but like seeing good things like Drake May, I think he played pretty well yesterday. I know he'd like to have the interception back. I know he'd like to have the fumble back, but when I watch the kid play, I feel like the Patriots have their quarterback of the future.
Yeah, I mean, Drake's a guy that's going to be playing here for a long time. He has intangibles, and he brings them to the field every week. So it's amazing to see.
So Rollins, any more questions for Caedan regarding, you know, life in the NFL or, you know, what it's like, you know, to play for Mike Vrabel or?
I think another question I'll have is probably like your best advice on taking coaching. Because I feel like even at our school, I feel like the easiest way to get on the field, like the easiest way to get on the coach's radar is just to take the coaching and be available.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
So
I would say the best ability is availability. That's the main quote that we have. And like in terms of coaching, like you said, the best way to get on the field is accepting the coaching. So doing exactly what your coaches ask you for, even if you're wrong, you're right. And so if it's a technique or if it's a scheme or something, like if you do exactly what the coach tells you to do, you can't do it wrong.
Yep.
Anything else you want to ask him?
Nope.
No? You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Caedan, you get the Carolina Panthers coming up this Sunday, right?
Yes,
at
sir.
home.
Yes,
That's
sir.
one thing I know. Home wins haven't been easy to come by at Gillette Stadium, and I know that's something that you guys want to kind of change,
Oh, yeah.
make it a home field advantage.
Yeah, most definitely. It's time to get one in our house this year.
Yeah. Talk to us about playing for Mike Vrabel. I mean, Mike seems like a guy that obviously we know very well. He played here, won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots, but he kind of has an edge about him, right?
Yeah. It's really just his culture, like the way that he drives the people around him to be accountable. And I think him bringing that to this team this year is like elevated us so much. Like he's not letting anything slide under the rug. Like everyone has to be accountable for every single thing. Like, and it's amazing. It makes us all better.
He's got a quick wit and sarcasm about him too.
Yeah,
you know, if he wants to zing you,
hilarious.
he's going to zing you.
Yeah, he's quick with it.
And look, I know there's great coaches that maybe haven't played at a high level in the National Football League, but how much does it matter to you guys knowing that this guy was a player just like us? This guy played at the highest level in the NFL. He was a star in the NFL. Like, does that make him more relatable to you guys?
100%. He knows the struggle that we go through. Like, he knows if we're feeling tired after, a couple of days of practices, but just having that is amazing. Like, he knows everything that we've been through. And so when we're down, when we're at a low point, he can share what he would want to hear when he was a player with us. And so that's pretty cool.
Last year, your rookie season, you played, I think, a total of 6 games. You had a couple of starts, but your season was marred by injury in the middle, right?
Yeah.
I think you came back in December
Yeah.
from the IR. So, kind of a trying rookie season, but you never know what to expect, and you dealt with it. But what did that experience, if anything, kind of teach you and help you going into this year, your sophomore campaign?
Really taught me about resiliency. Like, just when I was down, it was kind of hard for me to, watch the team and not be able to contribute, but to go through rehab and, stay in the playbook, stay on top of things, and come back in December was amazing for me last year. And so to drive that through this winter and spring and off season and OTAs and camp, it's been really, really cool.
I asked you about Coach Vrabel and Coach Marone, your position coach. What about Josh McDaniels, your new offensive coordinator, and, the things that he does?
He's a high energy guy and he's super smart. His take on offense is amazing. Like, the stuff that we bring out every week is really, really cool to have. And so love working under him.
Yeah. What's your time been like here in New England too?
I love it. A
Yeah.
lot of seafood.
Yeah.
I like to do random things. And so I travel around Cape, different spots in Boston, Providence.
Now, I'm trying to remember, were you from New Jersey? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in New Jersey since I was 12. Before that, I lived in Atlanta.
Okay. So when you were kind of considering where to go to school, what made Penn State the right spot for you?
It was close to home, as I was in New Jersey at the time, so 3-hour drive. And the program was just amazing. And I love the coaches there. So yeah.
What other schools were you contemplating between?
Oklahoma, I was really, really big on at the time.
Wow, that's a big difference. Oklahoma and Happy Valley.
2 different schools.
Yeah.
And Stanford as well.
Yeah. So Carolina, I mean, I don't know if you've had a chance to dive into any of the Panthers film yet, but have you had a chance to look at them at all?
Not yet.
No.
Yet.
I'm just curious what kind of challenges, they're going to present. They had a good win, I think, this weekend, did they not? Yeah, I think they did. Yeah.
I'm sure they have a good front. We'll get we usually do our film studies on Tuesdays, so dive into it tomorrow.
Yep. All right. Anybody else? Anybody have a question that they want me to ask Caedan? Anybody out there curious? Something they want me to ask Caedan? Don't be shy. All right. Well, yes. Say again? Who put the pterodactyls in Will Campbell's locker?
I don't know if I'm familiar with the pterodactyl.
I didn't know that happened either.
I never heard of that.
I haven't heard of that either. Is that true?
Oh,
I didn't know. Yeah, that was a big rap on him coming out in the draft. Like, tremendous talent, but his arm length was like an inch short or something.
That's
half an inch short.
That's kind of funny. I'm gonna have to ask Will about that.
Yeah. T-Rex, not pterodactyls. T-Rex.
Okay,
the T-Rex.
Okay.
That's what Tyrannosaurus Rex had the short arms.
I might know about that. I might know something.
You might know. You're just not going to give up. Who put him in the locker?
No, that's funny.
So there's some jokers in the locker room, is what you're trying to tell me.
We're a funny group. We're a really funny group.
Yeah. So again, I mentioned Carolina, and then I think the following week you play a primetime game in Buffalo. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
I mean, do you enjoy the Sunday night, the Monday night games, the Thursday night games, or do you prefer Sunday at 1?
I prefer the night games. It's a lot more intensity surrounding the game, in my opinion. But the 1 o'clock games are pretty cool too. A lot of fans are out there, high energy, sun's out still. So, yeah.
I had an invitation. A good friend of mine lives out in Buffalo, invited me to that game, and I have a broadcast that afternoon here, so I can't make it out to Buffalo. But I wanted to go root you guys on out there at Route. It's the last game in that stadium. I think they're building a new stadium that'll open next year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. You mentioned seafood. what are some of the other things that you like about New England besides the seafood?
The history.
Yeah.
Yeah, the history. Salem is really, really cool.
Oh, you been up to Salem?
Oh, yeah. I love Halloween. So I've been up to Salem a couple of times. And then like the other stuff, like Paul Revere's Trail and Boston Tea Party, like things like that are pretty cool to me.
I mean, I'd ask you about beaches, but Jersey's got some pretty good beaches too, right?
Yeah. I've never been to the beach out here. I've been to the Cape and stuff, but I didn't get in the water. I heard there's like a shark thing going on.
Well, in the summer, there's a lot of sharks down by the Cape.
Yeah, I'm good.
The warm water, the Gulf Stream, but
I'll stick to the pool.
they could be off the coast of New Jersey too, for all you know.
I'm sure they could. I'm sure they could.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for joining us. And Alan, anything? We're good? Okay. I want to thank, more importantly, the Bishop Hendrick and Hawks for joining us as well. And Rollins, great job.